As a real estate mogul in his life before the Oval Office, the U.S. president is likely used to having his name adorn important property. But a decision on Sunday could see the Trump surname brand an entirely different sort of real estate. Israel's legislature meets on the 16th of June to vote on whether or not to name a settlement after the American president. But it's no ordinary settlement. It's a new Jewish community planned for development in the Northern Golan Heights. The proposal came straight from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office last month. If it gets the nod on Sunday, a vote on the community's precise name will follow next. But speculations in Israeli media suggest that it will be christened Trump Heights. The community is expected to come up close to the existing village of Kela Alon. But what prompted this grand gesture to start with? The hat tip to Mr. Trump is largely on account of two unprecedented developments in the recent past. Let's tell you about them. The most recent was in March this year, when President Trump broke with decades of international consensus and recognized Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. The Israeli Prime Minister heralded Trump's decision as historic. He followed up with the promise of a new settlement named for his friend, the American president.
I'm here on the beautiful Golan Heights. All Israelis were deeply moved when President Trump made his historic decision to recognize Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. And therefore, after the Passover holiday, I intend to bring to the government a resolution calling for a new community on the Golan Heights named after President Donald J. Trump.
Netanyahu's glee knew no bounds, and for obvious reasons. Trump's decision upended decades of U.S. foreign policy. It also snubbed international solidarity on the contentious issue of ownership over the Golan Heights. Not surprisingly, the decision drew praise from Israel, but condemnation from other quarters. But that isn't the only foreign policy decision by the U.S. under Trump that has split opinion. Back in December 2017, Trump sparked outrage across the Arab and Muslim worlds when he recognized the disputed city of Jerusalem in many ways as Israel's capital.
Consistent with the Jerusalem Embassy Act, I am also directing the State Department to begin preparation to move the American Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
On May 14, 2018, a U.S. delegation, including Trump's daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner, attended the dedication ceremony for the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. The move coincided with the 70th anniversary of the establishment of the State of Israel, but it also came at a time that witnessed a huge escalation in hostilities between Israel and Palestine along the Gaza border. Now, Netanyahu's decision to name a community after the U.S. president in the Golan is strategic. It demonstrates gratitude to the U.S. under Trump for its wholehearted support for the Israeli state. It also places the U.S. on the side of Israel when it comes to the sovereignty of contested parcels of land. The Golan is just that, a strategic area that Israel seized from Syria in the 1967 Six-Day War. Now, Israel's 1981 annexation of the 1,200 square kilometers of the Golan has never been recognized by the international community. Around 18,000 Syrians from the Druze sect remain in this occupied Golan land, and some 20,000 Israeli settlers live there in more than 33 settlements. But how did the question of ownership over the Golan come to be such a contentious issue? Why does this parcel of land hold such importance for so many countries? So much so that even India, under the banner of the United Nations peacekeeping force, finds itself in the region maintaining a course.